This episode today is going to be a follow-up from one of my older videos, which I will link in the description. I got a lot of comments on it asking further questions, so we can talk about those. This is going to be a career where you get a little numb at stuff, and you have to be okay with that. For me, like, I was okay with, the car accidents. After it's all said and done, like, car accidents, okay, it's just a car. It's just a car. Like, it's just material things. Like, we can fix the car, it's gonna be fine, we can get you back to normal. But whenever it comes to injuries and fatalities, like, that's something that I was never able to get into. I just didn't want to be that person who got used to injuries and fatalities. Like, if you have that confidence in yourself that maybe you can do that, that's great. I think the insurance industry always needs people who are open to handling injuries. Like, those are going to be the ones that get paid the most. But you're also going to get, like, emotionally hurt a lot, or at least I was, and you're going to get hardened a little bit. But if you can, handle injury claims with finesse and like a genuine care for other people without getting sad about it, like, that's what they need. I mean, that's what injured people need. They need someone knowledgeable, but who cares about their situation, and, like, they know that you're gonna do whatever's best for them. The injuries is something that you will be exposed to. Whenever I first started, they had me working injuries. I worked for a smaller company, so maybe it's different in, the big five, like Geico, State Farm, Farmers, whatever. Maybe it's different at those places, but they didn't really segment out the levels of intensity of injuries. So, most injuries are going to be like, my neck is sore, like I have a sore back. But then you're also going to get like, oh, I just had surgery on my shoulder, but like I have to have that surgery again. Or I think one of my very first injury claims that I got, this woman was trying to plug her phone in, but she was driving on the freeway. You have your hand on the wheel and you lean over and you do this, whatever. Whenever she came back up, I guess she rammed into the truck that was next to her. She overcorrected, went off the freeway, like into a ditch. So both of her knees, I think she like broke both of her kneecaps or something, which normally you don't have injuries to knees, so I'm not sure if she was, I don't know, she didn't have any injuries to her face, just the knees, so maybe she was just taller or something. She did not have any personal injury protection coverage on her policy. She didn't have any PIP coverage, and she also didn't have any health insurance. Oh God, poor lady. Like, I felt so bad for her, like, because I wasn't able to help, but that was one of the first ones that I remember getting. And from then on out, I was like, I am not touching my phone while I'm driving. Like, I'm not gonna plug that in. Don't need to. Also, with injuries, you're gonna have, well, at least in my company, I had a few fatalities slip in there. And fatalities are usually supposed to go to specialists because, like, yeah, I didn't get paid much. I didn't get paid enough to deal with fatalities. Like, let's be honest. And those fatalities, like, were really traumatic for me. But about 9 months into my career, they changed the department to where I wouldn't have to do injuries ever again, and that was the best day of my life. I loved it. Like, I just really didn't like injuries at all. Driving and auto accidents are in everyday life. Like, you have to drive to work, you have to drive home from work and go wherever you need to go. But you're suddenly, exposed to all of these things that can happen. And that can be a little disconcerting because normally in your everyday life, like, you don't see an accident. You maybe see one on the way home or whatever, but that doesn't happen every day. So for about the first 6 months, I was having dreams about being in car accidents. I was thinking about car accidents, like, while I wasn't working. It was just kind of really stressful. And, like, again, that might not be your whatever happens for you, but, like, do expect to have a turnaround in how personally you take claims. And again, since it is so stressful, it's really good to talk about it at least with your coworkers, because they know exactly what you're going through and they can help you through it too. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for me as an insurance adjuster, or if you have any questions about what the work life or workload is like, let me know in the comments and I can respond to you pretty quickly, or I can make another video. Thanks again for watching, and just remember, be kind, be open, and be genuine.